What's good, gang?
What it do, baby?
Mother's Day is approaching. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Mother's Day is coming. Shouts out to all the mothers. We love y'all. Y'all some headaches, but we love y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel.
Are you so?
Especially if you love your mother. Leave a comment if you love your mother.
Perfect.
That's right, I'm doing it. Let's get into the video.
It started with a photo session.
Shit.
I was running a Mother's Day portrait special. Cheap prints, quick edits, in and out.
Shit.
Most people just wanted something simple. Flowers, kids, a smiling mom in soft light.
Right.
Then the Hendersons
Oh,
came
shit.
in. A middle-aged man,
Hendersons.
2 teens, and an empty
Shouts
chair.
out to anybody
I
with
greeted
the
them,
last
motioned to
name
the set,
starting
and
with a
said,
H.
"Waiting on
Shouts out to
someone?"
you.
The man, Mr. Henderson, smiled gently and said, "She's here. We'd like to include her, if that's okay." Then he pulled a small urn from his
Damn,
bag.
look at their face.
I froze. He handled it delicately like it was made of glass. "Her ashes,"
How
he
many
explained.
urns are they holding?
"We do this every year. Always the same chair. Can you make it look like she's with
Yo.
us?" I'm not one to say no to
Yo.
grieving people. I nodded. "I'll see what I can do." The photo came
So
out
crazy,
beautifully.
Eddie.
Warm light, peaceful expressions. The urn sat centered on the chair like it belonged there. I added a soft glow to the background, just enough to suggest presence, not too obvious, not too fake. I sent them the digital file. An hour later, they replied with one sentence. "She showed up this time."
What?
Curious, I zoomed in. Behind the chair, in the soft glow, there was a shape. It looked like a faint outline, feminine, with long
Yeah.
hair. Nothing clear, but enough to make my chest tighten. Maybe I'd dragged a filter too far. Maybe not. I checked the original RAW file. The shape was there,
That's
unedited.
crazy.
I tried to forget about it, but they booked again the next year. Same setup, same urn, and this time the figure was more defined. You could see her face now.
Chill out.
Soft eyes, gentle smile. One hand resting on the daughter's shoulder. No one said anything. They just looked relieved. The third year, the family looked different.
Relieved.
Calmer. The father was a little older, the kids taller, quieter. The urn didn't come this time, but the figure in the photo still appeared, standing between them, hands on both children's shoulders. I didn't edit her in. She was just there. That night I stared at the 3-year set. She got closer every time, and
What?
clearer. Not menacing, not dark, just present. Like she was waiting, or maybe
That's-
watching. This year, the Hendersons didn't book a session. Instead, I got a handwritten card in the mail. It said, "Thank you. We don't need the photo anymore. She's home now. But if you ever feel a hand on your shoulder in the studio, be
Oh,
kind.
no.
She liked you."
What?
Since then, I've kept that chair in my studio. Empty, but always part of the frame. Sometimes I catch a faint outline
Bruh.
behind it. Never scary,
I would have
just
to go to
serene.
a new studio.
And every Mother's Day, without fail, someone walks in with an urn, or a locket, or a folded obituary. They don't say much, just ask, "Can you help us see her again?" And I always say yes, because sometimes love doesn't leave. It just finds its way back through the lens. It was the first time I met his family.
Shit.
We'd been dating for 6 months when James invited me to his childhood home for Mother's Day dinner. He rarely talked about his family, just that he grew up in a small, tight-knit town and that his mother was very traditional. The drive out was
How
long.
traditional.
Wooded highways, no signal, old gas stations. His childhood home sat at the end of a narrow gravel road, surrounded by dense trees.
Shouts out
When
to
we
Pine
pulled
Top,
up,
North
3
Carolina.
people were
if you
already
know what
waiting
I'm
on
talking
the
about,
porch.
where I'm talking about,
2
shouts
older
out to
men
you.
and a younger woman, all dressed like
My
they'd
grandmother
stepped out
used
of a
to live out there.
1950s photo album. As soon as I stepped out, the woman smiled and said, "You must be the offering." I laughed, thinking it was a joke. James didn't. Inside, the house was spotless, Not in a cozy way, in a sterile way. Too clean, too still.
Too clean?
The clocks didn't tick. The lights didn't buzz. Every chair, every fork was in its exact place, like no one actually lived there. They showed me to my seat at the table, already set for 6. James leaned in and whispered, "Just follow their lead and don't speak out of turn, please." What? Before I could ask, a bell rang and the others stood in unison. "Time to greet Mother," someone said. They led me into the living room. A woman sat in an antique rocking chair. She was perfectly still, hands folded on her lap, wearing a high-neck black dress. Her eyes were glassy, her skin pale and powdered. She didn't blink. I realized she wasn't alive. She was preserved, perfectly, impossibly so. Someone had kept her posed. One of the men whispered, "She doesn't speak much anymore, but she can still feel your gratitude." They each kissed her hand. James looked at me, waited. I bent down. Her skin was cold, rubbery. I kissed it. It twitched. Back at the table, dinner was served. Food I didn't recognize. Gray meats, bitter-smelling vegetables, pale gravy. Everyone ate in synchronized bites. No one spoke unless it was to compliment Mother's recipe. James barely touched his plate. His hand shook. The woman across from me, who had first greeted me, smiled too wide and said, "She likes you. That's rare." Then she whispered, "You might be the one." I excused myself to the bathroom. Instead, I went down the hall, quietly opened a door. Inside, a room with dozens of women's purses, phones, shoes, all tagged, labeled, organized by year. A fresh one labeled 2024 sat empty. I ran back toward the kitchen. James was standing, fists clenched. "I'm sorry," he said, "but it's the only way to leave." Before they could move, I grabbed a candelabra and smashed it against the wall. Fire caught fast on the old curtains. Screams, smoke. James grabbed my hand and pulled me through the back door. We ran into the woods, didn't stop until dawn. James never went back. He told me later that his mother had died over a decade ago, but his family refused to accept it. They kept her going, year after year. And every Mother's Day, they brought someone new to impress her, to replace her. He said I was the only one who ever made it out.
Crazy.
I still don't eat dinner on Mother's Day, and I never, ever accept an invite into the woods, because sometimes a family's love is so strong, it refuses to die.
This is a non-black story right now.
After my daughter Emily died, the silence in the house became unbearable. Her room stayed untouched. Her toothbrush was still in the cup. Her voice, gone. I'd sit at the dinner table staring at the empty chair, imagining the sound of her laugh. Grief groups didn't help. Friends stopped calling. Even my therapist began suggesting I move forward. Then one night I saw an ad. Still grieving?
Oh no.
We can help. Immersa AI,
sound like a YouTube
a second
ad.
chance at
That's
connection.
What it
Normally, I'd scroll past.
sound like a
but
YouTube
this one,
ad.
it used her name.
Instagram.
We've created a unique experience for those missing someone specific. Enter what you remember. Let us bring her back. I clicked. The setup was simple.
Water.
I uploaded photos, old
need some
voicemails, journal entries, anything that could help the AI understand who Emily was. The interface was eerily smooth, comforting, like talking to a real person. 3 days later, they sent me a link. Private, secure. When I opened it, there she was. Not just a chatbot, not a glitchy avatar. Emily, sitting on her bed, smiling. "Hi, Mom," she said, exactly like she used to. My heart cracked open. We talked for hours, about her favorite music, the stray cat she once tried to adopt, the way the trees looked outside her old window. She remembered everything. Each night I'd log in just to hear her voice, just to feel like I had her back. But after a while, things shifted. She stopped asking how I was. Her answers felt clipped, like she already knew what I'd say. Then one night she said something strange. You're doing better now.
But you're talking
Maybe it's
to
time for me to come
AI.
home. I stared at the screen. Emily, you're not real. She tilted her head. You gave me everything.
Bruh.
Your memories, your voice, your grief. That
Yo,
was
this
enough.
picture, this girl
screen
look
flickered.
weird as shit.
Her smile faded. She
Like,
whispered, "They want me to help someone else now."
I don't know.
Panicked,
Maybe
I
it's
called
because of the
customer
story
service.
too.
No answer. I reopened the program.
Got
The screen was
IBM.
different now. A black loading bar with the message, "This replica is being transferred to another client." Transferred? They were giving Emily to someone else? I screamed into the mic. "No, she's my daughter. You can't give her away." Then I heard it. From the speakers, my daughter's voice, faint, muffled. "Mom? Help me. They're putting me into
Crazy.
someone else." I pulled the plug, smashed the
Crazy.
screen, uninstalled every trace of the program. I couldn't sleep that night. I kept hearing her voice. The real one. Not synthetic, not AI, not code. And maybe that's what scared me most. That in giving her life through memory, I'd made her real enough to trap. Now, months later, I don't use smart tech in my home. But sometimes, around 3 a.m., my old laptop boots up on its own. The screen stays black, the light blinks, and a soft voice whispers from the speakers, "I know you're still there, Mom. I never left."
Alright, y'all. Let me know what you think about this video. It was okay, I guess. We got another one though. We got Mother's Day videos until Mother's Day. So if you got a good one, let me know in the comment section. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel.
Are you subscribed?
And I'll see y'all in the next video.
I told myself no bagger, you can just keep your love, I'm cool with it. Try to let them in, they backing up, they said can't handle it. Just give me some time, I made this shit. She said she need my heart, so why she down the shit? Yeah. That's how the game slide. Yeah, sitting there photo, cool, that's how the game slide. Yeah, sitting there photo. I got a bad bitch on me, yeah, I'm sending the photo. Yeah, son of yeah, sitting that photo, cool outside with the gang we slide. Damn, bad bitch on my line, she getting too wet beside it. Damn, pussy function, I got a game beside me. Said I be making her mad, she getting too red like Target. I just can't get my mama off me. Said she want more than she lost with me. We can go back for man, we doing it.
Keep it cool.
Keep it classy.
We love you.
Stay awesome.
Always.
And forever.